Hello traders and welcome. This is Mike Hamilton for Trade Easy Way, and I'm going to start with the Dow. You can see we've got a huge amount of resistance here at 17,160, and at the moment we are skimming underneath it and topping out at just under 70,100 and really struggling with Canadian rates already today, which saw a lot of Canadian strength, and Euro rates tomorrow. So if the ECB eases, then expect this to potentially shoot up. We're holding the 200 EMA with all this resistance just about 100 pips above us. We've still got 2¼ hours to go till the close, so this could change. But on the face of it, we are really struggling. Okay, so what I would love to see is a dip to something like 16,900 or lower for an opportunity to buy, and then for us to spring up to these levels up here and then test these resistance levels. So here you can see a retest of 865 would allow us to catch up with this 4-hour 50 EMA and then potentially project up to 17.2. So I think we need a bit of a shove to the downside to try and help this market get some volume back in and get some interest. Let's switch to the euro because ECB tomorrow. So we can see we are, this 4-hour chart, we have had a push into this resistance area up here, which I shorted yesterday. I shorted up here again today and it didn't work. So I stood aside, and I think this is a potential head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder. So the neckline would be here. So we start breaking 960, which isn't that far underneath where we are now, hence my attempt at shorting this. And then we can start to see 108 and lower. Of course, if we come down here and test 101 or just slightly underneath it and hold, then we could start to see ourselves come up here. So a lot of people are expecting an aggressive move by the ECB on the easing front and rates, which will take the floor from underneath. If it happens, it will take the floor from underneath the euro. If it doesn't happen, then this could really crank up. So there is the support, hence the reason why I took that trade off when I shorted. We've had a nice move to the downside, nice push into this resistance area. So let's just see if this is going to fail here and wind its way down, or are we going to push higher? Alright, like I said, but if the ECB does do what a lot of commentators and traders are expecting, i.e. quite aggressive easing, then expect this to really fall through the floor. So I will continue to short any highs, but I will take it easy and then see where we are potentially going to end up after the announcement. Press conference is normally when things get going, so I would suggest you keep your powder dry until at least the press conference is out of the way. Alright, what we did in the room today was I missed the initial Euro session move, but I did not miss the pickup from 985 into the 100 area. So very nice move on that. Well done if you took it. So again, if we see some easing from ECB tomorrow, we could come up here and test 165. I like the way the 160 is holding and the reaction today, so I think this looks as if that could potentially push higher. And let's look at the euro, because the euro yen had a very sweet move up. This is one of the biggest moves in Forex today. So we put in a 4-hour hammer, held 330, and then we are at 470. So if this is this a bearish consolidation, which is coming up here for the eventual rollover, or is this a hammer-like bar that we can see pushing higher? Well, the fact we didn't close above 125 is very significant. So I would suggest that this may not hold. But yeah, easing by the ECB could see the yen weaken more and still come and test 126 area up here. Okay, so my focus will be on the euro, shorting the euro, and potentially buying these indices, but picking up any pullback in the pound yen. If you're a forex trader, I would just concentrate on the pound yen. You can see this 8 and 20 cross here. We're just sitting underneath the 20 EMA now. Okay, so not seeing too much else in the markets. The markets are bullish at the moment, so the gold is coming off. Reversal bar up here in the gold, so any push into sort of 1270 area is to be shorted, I think, but stay out of it if you are unsure. Oil holding up. Any weakness in the euro could damage this recovery. I think you need a strong euro and a weak dollar to sustain this. Again, a dip. If this is a bullish consolidation, a dip into 36.50 area could get bought. You can see on this 4-hour chart, we are right up against the 50%. So let's look at the fibs on this. Yeah, okay, this is the big move from the October highs up there at 51.25 to the January lows, is it? Yeah, January lows. So this is, you can see how critical this is. Just knocking on the door of 50% with the potential for at least a pullback. I think we need a pullback on this to at least 37.50. And if that holds, we could push up towards 50. If that fails, then we're going to start winding our way down to 36 and 34. All right, I'll leave it there. But on the face, let's look at the US dollar CAD. So I made money on the long side of this, and then it just gave way. So it caved, pushed into, so breached that resistance area, hence the reason why I was interested in it. I was very cautious with it because of this resistance, but we tested 134.50 yesterday, retested 134.30.25 area today, and here we are right underneath it. So with a pullback, could see this drop to 130. Okay, as we speak, with a couple of hours to go in the Dow, this Dow is beginning to pick up. All right, so bullish charts, we just may need a bit of a bigger dip to find some buyers, but otherwise looking good. Hope that helps. See you in the room tomorrow.